Hello crew, it's an extra exciting episode today. We've got our first collab episode with Ryan sitting to my right. We're going to be finding out about his Courthouse Gin that we produced for them, as well as the Martini that everyone in North Melbourne is raving about. Let's get into it. G'day, my name is Jack Beach. I work here at the Hazelnut U Kid Distillery in North Melbourne, Australia. We make these videos for the Hazelnut U crew, subscription-based gin and vodka service where we deliver our products right to your door Australia-wide. If you want to find out more, head to the website link below. But more importantly, today we have Ryan here to my right. So he actually owns and operates the Courthouse Hotel, which is literally next door to us on Errol Street. So I'm going to hand to Ryan. You can let him know about yourself and about the Courthouse Hotel.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks for having me. Yeah, we have the very good fortune of being next door neighbours to Here's Looking at You Kid. The Courthouse is a beautiful 1850s hotel which had a significant renovation in the 1930s and 40s and has a beautiful Art Deco facade, which most people would recognise it for today. We've been the custodians for the last 3 years there, and yeah, it's a beautiful local institution.
It is a great pub, I can second that. It's my favourite spot for a knock-off drink after work. So it is a great pub. If you've been to North Melbourne, it is on Errol Street, right on the corner. You can't miss it. And yeah, we are tucked literally next door to it on Errol Street, which is a great spot. Now onto your Courthouse Hotel Gin. So you guys actually developed it here in the masterclass area here, which is why we're filming upstairs. You can see our miniature stills behind us. If you're interested in something like this, Mum actually does run masterclasses over the weekend that you can book through the website. You actually get to come develop your own gin and take it home with you while having a couple of cocktails along the way. I can confirm that is a fun time. But yes, Ryan, tell us about the Courthouse Hotel Gin.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. We developed this with Liz because we wanted to have our own house gin and primarily something that could be used to make a house martini. Liz sort of came to us and said, well, what's your sort of favourite gin? What kind of style do you want to try to replicate? And we begun with Martin Miller's as being the reference point. We find that Miller's gin has this beautiful citrusy tone to it. It's a really clean, oily London-style gin, and we thought it would sort of work perfectly for what we thought our house martini should be.
It is a delicious product. We are going to get into a tasting very shortly and hear about how it is quite an interesting distillation process around what Ryan was describing there. So yes, we do develop this for the Courthouse Hotel. Mum actually does do it for a couple of other institutions as well. So if you're interested and own a hospitality venue, you can feel free to develop your own gin that Mum can produce for you as well. But otherwise, let's get into the tasting.
Awesome.
So we've poured our tasters now and we're going to get into our tasting. Of course, if you're a part of the crew and about to play along at home, pour yourself a little tasting of the Courthouse Gin that we've sent out in your pack. And we're going to have Ryan take us through the start of the tasting.
Yeah, so it's a classic London dry style gin. We really wanted to use this in a wet martini, so a martini with more vermouth to it. And so for that kind of martini, we wanted it to have more of a sort of citrusy sort of profile. And we landed on lemon myrtle as being the main, I guess, botanical element to it. And I think that comes through in this really lovely, beautiful sort of lemon fresh sort of style.
Excellent. Let's have a taste, shall we? Excellent. Now it is really nice. I have tried this gin before, but it is very nice. So as Ryan said, it's more of a dry style, London dry gin style. So the most kind of savouring dry gin that we produce, even more dry than say the Yam Daisy. Very Juniper forward, which is of course that dry style. But as you said, you do get those citrus notes in there, particularly the lemon myrtle.
Yeah.
There is a bit of orange in there as well. But yeah, chatting to Mum, the interesting thing about this gin is the distillation process, where it is a Miller style gin. So it's a double distillation process where basically the base is first infused with those citrus flavours. So the lemon myrtle, the orange, the cassia. And then yes, it is then run through the still with all the other traditional gin botanicals in there with a lot of juniper in there. So yeah, it is a really nice dry gin, which is perfect for the martini that we are going to be making, which we're actually going to jump next door to make in the Courthouse Hotel, which I'm excited about because I've actually never had the Courthouse Martini. Mum's been raving about it for ages. One reason or another, whenever I'm there, I seem to get something else, but I'm very excited to taste this martini. So let's jump across there and find out how to make it. All right, so we're here at the Courthouse Hotel with Mark, who runs the bar. He's very kindly offered to show us how to make the Courthouse Martini, and afterwards I'll give my tasting thoughts. Over to you, Mark.
Right, so our house gin martini's been on since day dot, and we're using the lemon myrtle gin from next door, and we're using the cocky Americano, which comes from Asti. The reason we balance these two together is basically the herbal kind of bittersweet notes mixed in with the citrus flavors that are going on here perfectly complement the lemon myrtle gin. What we normally do, get our glass nice and cold. A nice big double shot of the lemon myrtle gin. We make it quite wet. So we use at least 15 of the cocky. Lots of ice, chill it down, also dilute it. When you stir this up, it probably adds about roughly 10 mils of water, which is pretty spot on for where you want it to be to really bring out the flavors. Lose the ice. We don't need to double strain this. We'll get our martini into our ice cold glass, and then we top it with a bit of lemon infused olive oil, which really enhances the flavors and gives a lot of mouthfeel just to round out the whole thing.
All right, now is finally the time to try this Courthouse Martini and see what all the hype is about. Let's give it a go. Ooh, now that is a martini. Really full-bodied flavour. It all comes through. That gin gives you a nice big gin hit up front, as a martini should. And that lemon myrtle really comes through, both at the front, but then also lingers in the palate afterwards. That is really delicious. Would definitely recommend you guys coming down to the Courthouse Hotel. They are pumping here. It's only midday on a Tuesday and they've already got plenty of people coming in. So get on down when you can and see what all the fuss is about for yourself. Until next time, here's on you crew. Cheers.